Check, 1, 2. All right, welcome everyone to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. My name is Mark Lichtenfeld. I'm thrilled to welcome you to the press conference for Fists of Fury, June 7th, right here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, brought to you by Don King Productions and Chris Lawrence's The Heavyweight Factory. It's going to be a sensational night of boxing. We've got 13 fights scheduled, and knowing Chris and Don, there could be more coming up, so you never know. But doors are going to open at 3 o'clock. First fight at 3:30, Don King TV. DonKing.com goes live with the pay-per-view at 6 p.m., so it's going to be a full night of boxing and a lot of bouts you do not want to miss, including our main event. It's going to be the 4-time world champion, Adrien Broner, versus the once defeated Blair, the Flair Cobbs. We also have 6 title belts on the line this evening, including a world title, the WBC Cruiserweight Championship, with Noel Mikaelian defending his title for the very first time against #1 rated Ryan Rozicki. So it's just going to be an incredible night of boxing that you're not going to want to miss. Again, doors open at 3 o'clock right here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and DonKing.com goes live at 6 p.m. So let's get right to it, and I'm going to introduce the man who needs no introduction, so I'm simply going to say he is the best that has ever done it, Don Only in America King.
Thank you. That was a great introduction. But my most important introduction is the guy sitting beside me. His name is Chris Lawrence, and he's the Heavyweight Factory, but he also is a fighter for his people. And when you say his people, that means the human people. And the White Eyes has never given us that fair break of being with us, but now they see as time passes by that we are growing, and they're beginning to realize that everybody counts. There is no count human being. So we're going to be here and bring boxing back to the fans where it rightfully belongs. And I'm very excited and very pleased that Chris was enabled me to be here with him. And it's an exciting evening you're in store for that's going to be second to none. And this is what I'm here to tell you about because this is the beautiful Hard Rock. I've been here before. I have a friend here named Jim Allen. He's a guy that's been here for years and years, and they was going to farm, and they said it was going to cost them $30,000, I think, to say it. And the chief said, $30,000 is just to fire the guy? I said, yes. And so we'll keep him. So now he's the head of all of the Hard Rocks, you know what I mean? So it's really shows you what time does when time passes by. But we have a thrilling show tonight. The night when I'm saying is June the 7th. And so we're going to be able to bring you the great boxing. You have the great champion, you know, and you say, as a guy sitting to my left here, Adrien, the problem Broner. He is indeed a problem, you know what I mean? But so am I. So, and I'm a problem solver, so that's why we get together and we work so well together, because working together works. And so, here's a nice, important call. I hope it's something worth it. Oh, hello. Yes. Ready to call me back. That was the call. A guy, he's a friend of mine. He says that you and Chris are doing a hell of a job, and we're selling, the ticket sales wasn't moving right, and he's anticipating buying the whole gate, paying the taxes on the money, not the kind of way that you would go and buy, get the ticket. Didn't go out and have the team to sell tickets, because Chris brought that to the light, where the fighters go out and work and sell the tickets themselves. You know what I mean, and pay themselves, and he's done an inimitable, incomparable job at doing that. And so this guy here was calling me to let me know whether or not we can do it, but the message ain't got through yet, so it ain't a yay yet, but it ain't a nay either. So we're going to have a heck of a show, and I'm just as excited as I can be to be here with it. Now, it's a thrill for me. Because yesterday I had this guy, Blair, the Cobb, Flair. How you say that, Mr. Cobb?
Blair.
Woo! Oh, Blair the Flair. Woo!
woo.
And so over here, the woo, Adrien Broner, you just called in a problem. So like I say, we and him is problems going forth. And what people don't understand is that Adrien was emulating and imitating detrimental activities against himself because they were so jealous that they could not deal with him. And so therefore, he became an even more emphatic problem. You know what I mean? But now he realizes that what he has to do is what he's been doing, what no other one has done to be able to capture 4 distinctive titles. And it's really been a super sensational career for him. So I want you all to meet these guys and let them have their say, because this is something that we are looking forward to with great anticipation. And so allow me the honor and the privilege to bring up this young man named Blair. Ooh! And so Blair, come on up here and tell these people what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, where you're going to do it at this beautiful Hard Rock here on the 7th of June, the Seminole Hard Rock. And we're still fighting for our rights, you know what I mean? Because the white eye, he talk with the forked tongue, and he can talk and whistle at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's really, really, really great. So anyway, come on up here, Blair Flair. Let's let these people know what they're in store for the most exciting fight on the year. Blair Flair.
It's none other than Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing. Woo! I come out blazing like never before. You guys are going to see something that you never seen before. Things that is going to happen to Broner that's never been done before. All you guys got to see is action-packed performances, and this is what I'm about. I've been born for this moment. I've been looking for this moment for a long time. I've been begging for this moment for a long time. I've been praying for this moment for a long time. And I got to say, thank Don King. Because Don King's back in action, baby. Woo! With the most exciting man in boxing. And we have a great, great fight for you guys. June 7th, I've arrived.
Thank you, Blair. Yeah, it's a very, very electrifying conversation and excitement there, so it makes me feel good just to be able to be in close proximity to these dynamic guys. He says he's the number one in the world, so in entertainment, what they're doing, how he's going to do it. And so the one that got to respond to that would be the one that has done a lot of the things that everyone else would be trying to do and hasn't done yet, but they're in the process of putting it together, and he's there to prevent them from being able to do it by continuing to extend his beautiful record to 4 more titles, in distinctive and separate world championships. So I'm looking forward to seeing this myself. I'm excited. I'm a fan, because the fan is really the part of boxing that would been denied. HBO shut down, Showtime shut down, but the people don't shut down. The people are standing up for their rights, and I'm here to support them in doing so. So let me bring up this young man that's going to be a part of the history of boxing, and he's going to be one that stimulates, imitates, and makes a success beautiful. So here he is, y'all, Adrien the Problem Broner. Yes, he's talking trash to you, Broner. Yeah.
Hold up. I wasn't sure if he was coming or not. I was prepared.
Yeah, I come every night.
Oh, your glasses.
I like the fuck, nigga.
Glasses.
Prepared for his glasses as well.
Go ahead. Go ahead, get your shit on. Ain't none of that shit gonna work in the ring, brother. Ain't none of that shit gonna work in the ring, brother. You doing all this clown shit. Ain't none of this shit gonna work in the ring. Now listen, some people say I'm a clown, but I'm a different type of clown. That's a clown in a circus. I'm it. I'm some scary type of clown. It gets scary when you talk about me. I'm it. I'm really it. Like, that's clown shit. That shit ain't gonna work with me. Now, what I'm saying is this. June 7th, yes, June 7th, I want everybody to come out This time, I ain't even got to say nothing. I ain't got to be an asshole or nothing. He doing it for me. So June 7th, I want everybody to come out because I'm literally going to come in with no pants on and I'm going to show my ass, man. I swear to God, bro. I'm about to fuck Buddy up, man. You know, I look at him like, and no disrespect when I say this, but I look at him like Bill Haney if he was a boxer. This would be him. This would be Bill Haney if he was a boxer. No disrespect to Bill Haney, but I'm serious. This will be him if he was a boxer. And you know, June 7th, man. You know, it's Doomsday, and I'm training good. I'm training in Vegas with my little bro Tank, and a lot of people thought I wouldn't show up or whatever, but I'm in shape, and I can't wait to put on the performance. So everybody come out, man. I'm gonna put on the great performance in it. And we back to get money. And I seen that girl you was with last night too. Terrible. I seen her too. You can leave her at home. She's trash. I seen her too. He ain't thought I seen him in the lobby. I seen her too. She's garbage. But she could come to the after party too. And she could come with us, because girls on girls, man. You know how I like it, man. So June 7th, everybody come out, man. It's gonna be great. Everybody put on their best outfits, bring out their best partner who they look best with, pop bottles and fuck models and make more money. Let's go, Don. We got money to make.
Yes. Adrien. Yes, it's exciting right there to get going. This is the People's Championship. And WBC is yearning, to see that it get put out and be exposed. But the show card is going to be there, and we just wanted to bring the ones that even on the poster, I had to post it because everybody was saying it, as Adrien so eloquently described, is that will he show up? You know what I mean? If he shows up, you're going to heck a hell of a fight. But if he don't show up, it don't mean nothing. It just means destruction of his career. And so I just put it there so we deal with the truth. The truth stands alone. It does not need any co-signers. You know what I mean? No matter what you say or do, you have to pamper a lie, and you got to come up with another lie to accept the other lie. And pretty soon you forget the lies, but you be killed telling the lies. And so we make it where the truth stands for what the truth is, and that means that's what actually is happening. And so what we have here is a fight that is going to be a people's fight, and it's a championship fight for the people, because the people are the most important. And that's why I'm a promoter of the people, for the people, and by the people. And my magic lies in my people ties. So now you got that People's Championship there going, and now you're gonna have the World's Championship. The World's Championship, you know what I mean, is phenomenal, because no one thought that the band is here other than him and his brother, that he would become champion. But I felt that he could become champion, and that's why I gave him the opportunity. And this young man here is a champion's champion. He knocked out the former champion, and he comes right straight to taking on the champion of Canada from Toronto. You know what I mean? And that guy is Ryan Rozicki, I think. Is that correct? Rozicki? Oh, thank you, Otter. I mean, this is Daniel, right? Yeah, all right. We don't make sure to get everybody get from Canada. We don't discriminate. We don't isolate. We don't be able to make things that one thing and say one thing and do another. So therefore, we got all of their team that's here from Canada, and I like to bring up the promoter and manager and whatever else he can be up there in Canada is Daniel Otter. So I want him to come up there and meet you all, and then we can let him introduce his champion of Canada that's going to meet the inimitable and incomparable so far, Noel. So I'm looking forward to it. Come on up here, Danny. Talk to these people. Let them know what time it is and what's going to happen on June the 7th.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Don. Obviously, you're the greatest boxing promoter in the history, so it's an honor to be here. Ryan's focused. He's ready. We've come up. We're coming for that belt. I'm going to predict that it's not when he's going to win. It's how he's going to do it, and it's going to be a KO, and it's going to be early. He's going to make short work, and it's a big fight. No disrespect to Noel, he's the champion, but we're here to win it. So once again, thank you for everyone. Thank you, WBC, Mauricio Suleiman. Thank you to the greatest promoter in the history of boxing, Don, and we're going to be in for an exciting fight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. All right, now let's bring up the guy who he says, that Danny says, is going to do all these things to Noel. And so now let it come from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? We don't deal around and get co-signers and want to speak for, they speak for themselves. And what you say, you deal with it. You know, the bitter and the sweet, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, the bad and the good, you know what I mean? You play the cards that you're dealt. And so the hard rock, and that's why they call it a hard rock. You know what I mean? Because they're fighting so hard to be able to be understood and accepted, not be put aside or dismembered or put in any kind of way that would be unprofessional and imperfect. No. The hard rock, the Seminole hard rock, the tribe that is fighting for freedom, justice, and equality. And this is what we're going to deal with here. We got Canada coming in, and it looked like, from Danny saying, it's going to be an invasion. You know what I mean? He said it's going to be short and sweet, but but he's just going to come and knock it out and win the title and take it on back to Canada. Now, that is taking all the country, it's taking on the fighter, it's taking on everybody, you know what I mean? But, victory is mine, said Danny. So we'll deal with that. So let's bring up the guy that's going to go do this work, Ryan. Ryan, come on up here, man. Let's put the words out your mouth. Don't put the words out your mouth. Toronto's Ryan. All right, Ryan Rozicki.
Yeah, so I'm not really much of a talker. I'm here to do one thing, and that is knock him out and win the title, or he's going to knock me out, and that's it.
Well, that is it. At least he gave me quality on putting himself that I'm going to knock him out or you're going to knock me out. Well, you can't get no better than that. Yeah, you can't get no better than that. So what we're going to do now is to bring up the world champion, and he's really a terrific guy, and he really shocked the world when he took out Makabu, you know what I mean? And so it was right, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so now we have him here. And so Noel, come on up here and respond to Rozicki and Daniel Ada.
First of all, thank you very much for the attendance. I'm very excited to fight at this beautiful location. Thank you, Don, for putting on the show, and Chris. Most excited about the location. Opponent, he's joking. He's just making fun. But yeah, it will be a good fight. I'm defending my world title, and I'm looking forward for bigger fights. I want to fight Ramirez or the winner on Saturday between Breeders and Opetaya. And I'm looking forward to bigger fights. This is just like a training fight.
What a knockout!
Oh, wow. This is exciting. This is very provocative in the morning here, Well, I have to tell you, Chris, that we got something in store for all these fans here, man. That they're gonna be happy as they can be when they see these fighters fight like they talk, and most of them gonna fight better than they talk. You know what I mean? Because that's what they are. They're fighters. You know what I mean? And they're in the hurt business, so they don't sit around and cry. You know what I mean? Oh, he hurt me. No. You're in the hurt business. This is a business to hurt people. It ain't a business to make love to them. You know what I mean? Then when you get through, you congratulate them and say, let's deal with the real. You know what I mean? But under no circumstances that we play the cards that we dealt, and we deal with them. With good and the bad, the bitter and the sweet. Anything that happens, that's what it happened. We're going to deal with that. So that puts that in the world title, cruiserweight title. But you got more in store, because when we have put on a show here at the Hard Rock, and I ain't been in quite some time now, but they say that Chris has been doing an inimitable job in carrying the banner of the Hard Rock, and more than that, he's been fighting for the rights of the Seminole, because he's an Indian too. You know what I mean? So therefore, you want to make certain that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Because you say Indian, don't say that don't mean nothing. That's inferior. You can take my land, my life. You can take everything you want to take. You know what I mean? Without any consequences. No, you got to have consequences. I mean, because we are people too, and we will have our rights, and we're going to fight for freedom and peace and liberty. And so this is what we have here when I have a stimulating, strong co-promoter like Chris Lawrence. So we're going to be able to deal with what is real of the heavyweight champion, as you just heard, Noel, and you just heard the Ryan, and it was short and sweet, right down to the nail and equal. So you can't beat that with an egg beater. You know what I mean? So it's really a thrill. Now we got Adrien Broner, we got Noel there, and we're going to promote fights that will be going on. And we got a guy coming here. He's Ian Green. Ian Green around here. Yeah, there's old Ian. Ian Green, come on up here, man. Now he done stole the last 2 shows because this man here is fought with a broken arm or a broken leg or something, whatever it was, something was broke, but he stayed the distance. He stayed the distance and he went on out there and brought the victory home. So I want him to know that. And you see Blair the Flair, you know, he's over there saying, you forgot the knockout, you forgot the knockout. You tell him, no. Noel say, I speak with my fist, you know what I mean? Let my action take place, and that will tell the story about what's going to happen in the ring on June the 7th here at the beautiful Seminole Hard Rock. But right now, let me give you this guy that's a dynamic guy, and he's waiting. They keep trying to put this guy named Shane Mosley Jr. To fight him, but they can't seem to get the right type of language, you know what I mean? He's speaking some new language that we don't understand, you know what I mean? So we every time we say something to him, you know, it means one thing to us, but it means an altogether different thing to him. So right now, they're holding up. They was going to fight Roy Barringer, so WBA wouldn't accept that because this fight will be one of the terrific fights of the evening, and they didn't want to play a championship because Ian wanted to be on the card where Broner was on. And so now he got his wish because he's going to have to be a co-feature because all my fights are championship fights. They're all fair, equal, beneficial championship fights. And I mean, and that's what they're going to be. They're going to see the fight, not the title. They're going to see the fight, and then the fight will then emulate into the title. You know, so come on up here, Ian. You're a bad mother, brother.
What's going on, everybody? You know, first and foremost is I want to thank God. You know, I want to thank my team, my trainers, Dwight, terrific, my management team, PG Sports, Veronica. Man, if y'all know me, man, y'all know I'm a man of few words. But one thing I will say is y'all looking at the #1 middleweight in the world. Y'all looking at one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Now, I know y'all probably like, man, this nigga crazy. But everybody that did amazing, legendary things, they was once looked at as crazy. So, you know, tune in June 7th. I'm going to steal a show.
Yes. Yes, Ian, his own inimitable style. Yes, he makes stealing a personification of success. And so everything is really rolling right down the line, and we're waiting for the WBA to give us the approval of what the opponent would be, and whether Shane Mosley is going to come up and show up, you know what I mean? Because while they talk about Adrien Broner won't show up, and it neither look like Shane Mosley. You know what I mean? I see Adrien sitting in there, and they've been on Shane trying to get him in there for the longest, you know. And everybody is being hurt, and feelings are hurt, and all of this stuff here. We're talking about putting a middleweight championship fight on. And so we'll see how Eric Gomez and what they call that, got the Golden Boy or the Joy Boy or somebody will come out and put their fight up there against a real fighter and see how he does. So that will go down in history too as we go out and start. And so it makes everybody be able to deal with it. It's a thing here that a fighter that Chris has, you know, I think his name, what is it, Dortico? Is that your fighter, Dortico? Dorico, yeah, Dortico, whatever it is. They say he's bad. He can get down, you know what I mean? So it's really, really going to be a super sensational fight with him. But we got fights that are in store that we can add to this, and in so doing, it gives you one of the most inimitable cards in boxing history. And in fact, as we announce as we go down the line, because we got 4 weeks now left to promote this fight, and we got to sell tickets, and we want people to be able to hunger for the tickets and get out there to get them, because this is what it's going to be about. And so you got Mike Perez. Mike Perez will be fighting Johnny Langston. Johnny Langston, as you know, was the champion of the WBA, and then he unfortunately had a toothache. And so, you know, and it pushed him up for a pause for a moment. So that would be a possible fight, which I think will happen, you know. And so we're dealing with that one. And then we got to work to get all of these guys an opportunity to be able to fight and to be able to fight on the Don King pay-per-view. And so what this is as exciting for me as it is for you, because everybody is a fan. Because nobody knows exactly how it's going to come out. Only the man who wants it the most in the match. That's who's going to be on to take it home. And the one who wants it the most. And so we got good shows that are in store for you here. And we take on all questions and give a basic fundamental answer to what it is. And then we have another little champion there with this guy called Antonio Bang Bang Williams. You know, he's going to take on another guy named Perez, Antonio Perez. So the Antonios are all around here, you know. But Bang Bang, he got the hiccups too, you know, and with no Tylenol around to be able to get them some relief. So so he choked, you know what I mean, in the last press conference. When the other guy took his place and won the fight, it was just a super sensational agony for Bang. But I want Bang to come on up here because Bang was standing side by side with this guy named the problem, Broner. You know what I mean? So wherever Broner would do, Broner would say Adrien Bang would be right there. So Bang, come on up here, man, because Adrien made certain that Bang would be on this card because he wanted to do it. And you got a guy that's going to come up here and bring you another championship match. This is Bang Bang. But no, the other one is Bam Bam,
It's
and
Bang.
he's Bang. You
Mine's
Bang.
Bang. I'm Bang, yo.
And yeah, you Bang, you know, and the other one is Bam Bam.
I don't know what it. Bang, nah. Yeah. Man, I want to thank y'all for coming out. I want to thank Don for this opportunity, man. And I just can't wait to June 7th for real, man. Hey, Twin, can Friday come any faster? I can't wait. I'm going to work, man. I've been grinding for this, man. I just can't wait till this shit come, man. For real. I've been waiting on this opportunity.
Oh, Bang. Oh, Bang. Oh, this is so great, you know what I mean? And so now we got him, and that goes with Adrien, you know, their package, you know what I mean? So one try to outmaster the other in excitement and provocation and knockouts. So you got a thriller from Manila and a rumble in the jungle, combined all into one, you know, with Bang and with Broner. So it's really exciting, you know, provocatively beautiful, and we want to make certain that everybody gets an opportunity to see it. As you know, they said the doors would open up at 3 o'clock, you know, and the pay-per-view starts at 6 on DonKing.com and Fight TV. And so we got a lot of guys that are going to be there. And as we keep pushing fights on to this card, you know what I mean, and you will find out that we got the super cruiserweight title, which is another additional title that they've added on from the WBC and around all the boxing. And so the WBA is put there for, and it will be super cruiserweight. That will be a title fight. And that fight that will be there. But then you got that terrific guy named, what's his name? His name is a Hunter, you know, but he ain't talking about the guy, president's son Hunter, because the president's son Hunter gets exonerated no matter whatever happens and whatever he does. But this Hunter don't get exonerated. You know, he gonna get, you know, whatever he's got coming to him is gonna be right there in front of him. So you got Hunter and Cheney for the heavyweight title. You know what I mean? And so that's been approved already, because the WBA is looking forward to a great championship match for the regular title for the heavyweights. And so they chose and ordained, I should say, anointed Mike the Bounty Hunter and against Cheney. You know. So, and I like Cheney because he had the name of a guy named Muhammad Ali. You know, because his name was Cassius Marcellus Clay. And so now here we got a guy named Cassius Cheney, you know what I mean? So kind of make me feel good to be reminded of where I was, 40 years, 20, 30, 40 years ago, when a man who brought me into boxing, it was my first fight in boxing, was Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? So, and he put me right there at the top of the game, in which I've remained. You know what I mean? So, Herbert Muhammad, thank you. Herbert Muhammad was, he told me, he said, Judge, I was just jealous because his father told him, he said, you are against a guy named King. You and I preach black awareness and that black acceptance. And we go out and we push and we support and we fight, for rights for blacks. He says, so what you need to do is quit knocking this guy. But he ain't got no money, Dad. It don't matter whether he got money or not. He say, do what you have to do, you know what I mean? Because how can we say one thing and do another? Give him a chance to fail. And that's what they've been waiting on now for almost 40 years, waiting on me to fail. You know what I mean? So that gave a chance for me to go out there and deal with it the best I can, because failure ain't in my vocabulary. I never had the opportunity to get an analyzation of what failure is. So I goes on and keep on fighting and keep on pushing, and I learned that people are important and that working together works. And so we got those fights that will be coming your way, and those are definite. So we're going to have a big major press conference before the fight, as you know, in the weigh-in. But right now, for this part here, and the people that are here that's on the card, you have the beginning of something that is something kind of different. As I say in the vocabulary of the ghetto, SKD, it's something kind of different. And so we're going to demonstrate that here at the Hard Rock, and with Chris and I fighting the White Eye, and bringing the ones that are causing the divisiveness and the hostility and the racist situation, bringing them to the fore. That's what makes me support Donald Trump, because he calls them out. He identifies them, and he names them, and he don't back up. He said not to say that he wasn't with the group when they had a Ku Klux Klan raid. Fred Trump was there, so they made up a story for Fred being there, but not the one that would be with the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, it proved to be that Donald, being at that time white, blue-eyed, blonde, and he decided, I'm going to go for what's right, not for what might or what's anything that you would do that would give any type of bias, fear, condition. I'm going for what the truth is, and that's why I support him, and the underground supports him, because they say he loves the people and he loves the country that he lives in. So that's why I say when November comes, that's going to be another championship, world, global championship, but a championship of the United States of America when we reelect Donald J. Trump. So it's an exciting card, and all the way down the line. We are working because we're looking at a trial there that's really a scam. You know what I mean? A trial that is not a trial. Even the worst enemies say there's nothing there. And the best friends try to find ways and means to decimate. You know what I mean? And to discriminate justice. You know what I mean? Justice with injustice. As you know, Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You know what I mean? So we are dealing with what is real. And we're bringing this thrill to you here in the Hard Rock Seminole on June the 7th. But up until June the 7th, we're going to be looking for you. We're going to find you to get you out there so you can be here to see it. And so any questions that you all have, you may want to be answered, let's shoot them out, and let's come on, let's hear it. And is any other fighters that were on the card here, Mark, that there should be here? Huh? Yuri Hernandez. El Diablo? Yeah, El Diablo. Hey, man, it's mi amigo. Muy bien. Yeah, Diablo. Yeah. Muchas gracias por apoyo.
First, I just want to thank Don King, Chris Lawrence, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. If you guys don't know who this guy is, he's probably the best amateur in the history. He hasn't lost in 4.5 years. two-time world amateur champion. He's 3-0 with 3 knockouts of pro. He's fighting for the WBA, WBC FACA box on the 7th. And keep that name in line, okay? He's probably one of the best ever to come out of Cuba. Thank you.
Bueno.
Quiero darle las gracias a todos por el apoyo que me han dado aquí, las personas que siguen conmigo, que me han estado aquí apoyando. Y nada, vengo preparado para mi pelea el día 7, para ganar mi victoria como hasta ahora lo he hecho. Gracias por todo.
Wants to thank everybody present that came out. Wants to thank everybody that's helped him with his career. And he's ready to go June 7th. Okay, he's going to go for a course. What he hasn't lost in 4.5 years. Keep winning. And hopefully we'll be fighting for a title soon. Thank you very much.
Righty then. El Cubano. El Cubano. This reminds me of a story with Fidel Castro. And when Fidel Castro came to New York, he had me and a couple of guys. We had to go out and get him live chickens because everything they had prepared for him, there was going to be such a super, a delicious a meal. He wouldn't have no part of that. And Fidel, says, bring me the live, the live chickens. So we had to go to get the chickens live, and Fidel had to wring their necks, himself, and let the blood flow, Then he know that they were all right for him to eat. so because Fidel said he wasn't going to be a party to what the Seminoles was a party to, taking the shit from him. And he said, no. They got to prove to me, that they can beat me, and I'm ready to fight. And so he put the fighting in the front, But it was never nothing like it when he was in New York there to be killing chickens, and doing whatever else you take, roast them, fry them, whatever it is. But he'd be done kill them and flick them, and get them ready to go. So it was a super sensational evening spending there. And being able to deal with what was real. So we have an exciting card. And is anyone else on this podium that we missed? Okay, so what's your name? Oh, this is the one, you're the one that trained in, yeah, well, we have the young man that left. This is an inimitable thing here to have coach here because he, the fighter, Kevin Cunningham, whom I had a great deal of admiration and respect for, but he deserted in the middle of a fight, And if you were in the army, that would be a desertion, and the firing squad would be standing out there to deal with it. I look at things that are real, and so Coach Ellis, he came in and to get the weight off of Adrien and get him ready for his debut with Blair the Flair, and so it's so provocative, it's unreal. But I really appreciate you being here, and I thank you so much for stepping into the battle game right there in the middle of the battle. All the battle plans and all the training and conditioning that you were doing, prepared to do, have to go down the drain, because you going out there and start what is real according to Coach Ellis, and that's what I like about him. And so, hey, we take lemon and make lemonade. So nothing stops us. That's what we just go keep on keeping on. And we're on the move, as the Franklin brothers would say. There ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. And so it's a situation here that we're going to demonstrate to the world that all people are people, and they all are human beings, and they all are God-fearing, whichever God they may choose to be a God of themselves. That's what it is, because ain't nobody, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from coming to you. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to be able to deal with. And so now, anything you got to want to ask any kind of question, because it's going to be a super sensational sellout card.
Heard from all the boxers, but we haven't heard from Chris Lawrence. Chris, you want to say anything? Okay, Chris is good.
Chris is kind of a soft-hearted guy. He speaks soft, but he carries a big stick. You know what I mean? So here's the thing here that I love the guy, and he told me right from the beginning, I don't need none of that fanfare bullshit. He said, all I want you to do is just get in there and let's sell some tickets, you know what I mean? And so he said, get that guy named The Problem on the phone. And so I got The Problem on the phone, and he said, are you going to show up? He said, yes, I'm going to show up. You know, and I'm going to be in condition, and I'm going to knock that Blair out. You know, well, that's what I want to hear, man, because at the time he called me, we only sold 182 tickets, you know, but nobody knew what was really going on because nobody was making no announcements and nobody was doing nothing. And so Blair the Flair said he's going to show him that he's the boss, and he was going to be able to demonstrate that authority with a knockout on the Problem. And so it's been all the way down the line. Chris goes right to the point, right to the heart of whatever it is. There ain't no moving around and slipping around and sliding and gliding, you know what I mean? He goes right to what it is, and that's how you can cure it. You find out the facts of whatever disease is, then you got a chance to cure it. But if you don't recognize that you got a disease, you ain't gonna never cure it. You're just gonna stay continually sick, ailing, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty appreciative to you, Coach, to pick up the ball in the middle of the battle, you know what I mean? And he say, and holler like John Paul Jones, say, I have not yet begun to fight. So we got a terrific card that demonstrates all antics and anthems of what it would be to make things happen. And that's why I named 3 national anthems of boxing from the OJs. You know, they smile in your face when all the time they want to take your place, the backstabber. So the backstabber is there, you know what I mean? You got to watch the person. When you get screwed, they're going to be the one sitting right next to you. You know what I mean? One who's getting all your information and draining everything. Oh, man, that's so hard. What they're doing to you is so wrong. And as soon as they get out of your sight, they become Judas Iscariot. You know what I mean? You know, the one I was talking to, that's the one you want to get. That's the Jesus. And then they say, for the love of money. For the love of money. Money, 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 money. That almighty dollar. You know what I mean? They would go out there, women would sell their body. You know what I mean? They would go out there to cross their brother. They would do anything for that money. M-O-N-E-Y. You know what I mean? So they put that there to keep that in. And then the third one, which I think is inimitable and incomparable, give the people what they want. And when you say give the people what they want, that's what we try to do. Because no one else could put on 6 title fights. I hold a record for 8 for title fights. You know, those were world title fights. You know what I mean? And now we are back at it again. We're coming out with 6 titles. And like he said, Mark said, it may be more. We don't know. All we're going to do is to do the best we can because all bouts are subject to change, and we want to be able to give the people what they want. But the one that they was complaining about was saying that he wasn't going to show up was Adrien Broner. So Broner is here, and he can answer any questions you want to talk to him about showing up or not. And he brought his coach in, his new coach, you know, from the beginning to the ending, you know what I mean? His new coach. And so we are in it to win it. We can't give in, we can't give up, and we can't quit. So we're going to work for you on the 7th of June and up until the 7th of June. And so we're going to be working it and going at it. So any other questions, anything you want anybody to say?
Yeah, anyone with any questions, please
Testing,
let us
testing.
know your name
Showdown.
and where you're from.
I have a question for Don and then for a few of the fighters. Don, you've known for putting on the greatest cards over the past 50 years, and this is no exception with all not only the world title bouts, but all the fights, the co-feature fights. I know we don't use the term undercard around here, but all the co-feature fights, they all have meaning. Like, you know, even Antonio, 2 undefeated guys, the winner becomes a serious player in their division. What's it mean for you to put together almost a retro card of what you've been known for the past 50 years?
That was a thrill beyond belief because I put my hands in the hands of the Lord, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, everything that I do, I put him in front. And he takes it and makes the decision. I don't try to think for him. You know what I mean? That's why I don't allow no one to think for me, because he taught me that. And so therefore, to bring that type of success, and it changes. Every time I think I've reached the epitome, something comes up and we override the epitome of that time and establish a new one. So it's a thing here that we're going to have this kind of supercars because boxing, the fans recognizes who the champion is. You know what I mean? No matter what the judge or anybody else say, when they see that guy that comes out there and dynamically fight and defend his position, you know, and they know who he is, and that's who they become a thriller, you know, and they say like a thriller in Manila. When you have a Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean, that stands tall and stands broad and makes it happen. He's the one who put me into boxing, you know, and it was my first fighter, you know what I mean? So he put me there, and like I said before, he established me at the top, and he never left, you know. So the idea is, his father said, give him a chance to fail. Well, I don't know what failure means. I don't know what failure is, you know what I mean? So it's completely discordant with anything that I'm thinking I have to do. But I do it with the name of my Lord and Savior, in the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Question for Adrien. Last night on the IG Live, you showed that you're already in really good shape a few weeks out. What's it mean to you, I mean, to prove the naysayers wrong about, you know, it's an old Adrien Broner, not the old Adrien Broner? How much is that motivation for you? And also, in the same breath, obviously, you had some back and forth with Bill Haney and everything like that. Is that motivation for you, even though he lost, that could be a major fight down the road? Or even Ryan, who said he's going to move up now to 147 pounds?
Honestly, my main task is Blair Cobbs. You know, I'm not worried about what's going on out there in the world and all that other shit. You know, my main focus is taking care of Blair Cobbs, and then after that we could talk about whatever.
For Blair, I saw you in Vegas a couple weeks ago. You know, obviously now you're face to face. Last night you guys are, you know, pretty much sitting next to each other for a, you know, better part of an hour. Now that, even though we're still a few weeks away, we're here. You know, the opportunity in front of you, that a win even probably puts you in a better spot than you were even before the Rocha fight. What's that mean to you now? We're here. It means your juice is pumping even more that we're a few weeks away?
Absolutely. I have nothing but excitement. I'm excited for this time. I'm excited for this moment. It's my year. It's my moment. It's my destiny. I feel great. I cannot express how excited I am. Right now, I'm clenching this microphone with all the power I have in my hands. And I gotta tell you guys, I am excited. I'm ecstatic. My team is incredible. I couldn't ask for a better team. I couldn't ask for better sparring. I couldn't ask for a better strength and condition trainer. I couldn't ask for a better moment. I couldn't ask for a better promotion. I couldn't ask for a better time from God. So I thank you. I thank all of you. I thank the fans for tuning in from all around the world, the people that are coming to see the massacre that Blair Flair is going to put on. I thank you. I thank Adrien Broner. AB. I got to tell you that AB is like, yeah, you can say that he's about bullshit, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, AB is the only one out of his generation that is fighting up and comers, that are fighting the people that are hungry. You know who's hungry? Not one motherfucker that's more hungry than me. I'm starving. It's been way too long. It's been way too long. I've been waiting for this moment. I can't wait. June 7th. The great one has arrived. Is there any question? Is there any other question? While I have this microphone in my hand, is there any other question that you guys will have for me? Because I'm the can man. Anybody can get it.
And real quickly, question for Noel. They say when you win a world championship, and maybe Adrien can attest to this, you feel 20, 30% better in this training camp, as that confidence of having that green belt kind of made you feel like that you're a better fighter, and maybe you are a better fighter because of it?
Yes, definitely. It was a long time. I was like hustling for it 4 years after the Breeders' fight, and I finally got it, and I think I deserve it, and I will be staying champion for a long time. And I feel 100% better.
Hi, Opulent LDTV here. Adrien Broner, you know that if Blair knocks you out, you can't go back to the hood, right?
Hey, man, get the mic out that nigga hands, man. Well, you don't be able to go back to where you live, nigga. Don't be talking to me like that, man. Hey, somebody asked me a different question, man. He tripping.
Don't disrespect AB. AB is still the man. Please do not disrespect him. He is a true champion.
All right, so my second question, AB, how long is this fight gonna last, bro?
Man, if I could tell the future, shit, I don't know, but I can't. So, this is boxing, and I've been training my ass off, and I'm gonna be well prepared, and whenever the knockout presents itself, I'm taking it. And so don't blink. He say he coming out the gate. He say the first round. This is what he told me last night. The first round, the second round, third round. He coming out the gate on fire and all this one shit, man. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. So don't miss it, June 7th, man. And I can actually. This is actually one fight. I don't got to do nothing like. Out my character. I ain't gotta be loud or nothing, because this clown doing all that shit. So all I gotta do is worry about fighting, come perform, and put on a great show. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Right. AB, what do you make of Blair Cobbs? He came out with the Muppet. You guys got into it with the other day. What do you make of him?
He's a great character. He's a great character, man.
God damn it. Not doing a good enough job. Gotta shit talk better than that.
He's a great character. He's good for the sport, though. I like him.
This nigga Flair needs to go.
I told you, he's a great character, man. He's a great character.
3 rounds, he gets his ass kicked.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You could try to beat me all you want. You could bring out Muppets or whatever you want. You could try to beat me all you want. Come on.
Everybody counting me out. They all talking about it.
Keep going.
Counting me out.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's it? You're in shape. You've been showing how you got in shape on social media. What have you been doing that's different this time around than in the past couple of years?
Honestly, I've been letting people, act like me, and it's been working, as you can see. That's what I've been doing for this past years, But I've been training my ass off, and right after this, I'm going right back to camp and going back to work, and I can't wait to put on a great show June 7th.
I think we're done with questions. Go ahead.
Couple more. For Ryan, first shot at a world title. You've been the mandatory for a little while. What are your thoughts, now that this time is here for Ryan?
It's my second shot at the world title. In 2021, I fought Oscar Rivas for the Bridgerweight world title.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for this career, you've been the mandatory, though. I guess my point being, you've been the mandatory waiting on Noel. Now that it's here, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've knocked out everybody to get here, and like I said before, I plan on doing the same to him. He's great. He's a great champion. I respect him in that case, but to me right now, he's just meat and bone, and I got to break those bones.
For Antonio, bang, you're fighting another undefeated fighter, who's trying to get to the same place you are. Very not unprecedented, but rare in the sport where two young undefeated fighters, risk that zero. What's that say about you, and what's this fight mean to you?
Man, to be honest, he don't belong in the ring with me. I'm gonna show everybody this. He don't belong in the ring with me. I'm gonna give him what he asking for. That's all I'm gonna say.
And one more for Ian. You great win over Alexander in your last fight, and you seem to be you're rolling now, and you're ranked pretty high. How far away you think you are from getting a world title shot?
1 and 2 fights. We were supposed to fight Shane this fight, but it fell through. And another guy in the top 5 ducked me. So, hopefully the WBA could just make me mandatory after this fight. That's like the goal, really.
All right. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, so thank you to everyone who spoke today. Fighters, if you could stay here, we're going to do a face-off. We're just going to move the podium, and we will see you on June 7th. Remember, doors open at 3 p.m. We go live on DonKing.com at 6 p.m. Mark Abrams, the hardest working man in boxing, will be calling the fight, along with Christy Martin, Carl King. So we will see you all on June 7th.
All righty then. Let's hear it for him. Great, great. Let's do the face-off. Get everything going there, John. Yes, get these guys.
We'll start with Adrien Broner and Blair the Flair Cobbs. All right, great job, guys. Let's bring up the WBC Cruiserweight champion of the world, and Ryan Rozicki, the #1 contender. Noel Mikaelian and Ryan Rozicki. All right, let's face the camera, please. All right, let's face the cameras, please. All right, Noel Mikaelian and Ryan Rozicki. All right, let's bring up Ian Green. All right, let's bring up Ian Green. Ian Green. All right, I think we know what to expect on June 7th, huh? Noel Mikaelian and Ryan Rozicki. All right, up next, Ian Green. Yeah, just done. All right, let's now bring up Antonio Bang Williams. All right, Antonio Bang Williams. And now let's bring up Yoenli Hernandez. All right, thanks for all coming. We will see you on June 7th.